Welcome to My Little Pony Friendship is Magic Part 1. It opens up on a book, Shrek 1 style. There's a story about two royal sisters, Sunbutt and Moonbutt, who controlled the day and night together until the younger Moon sister thought it was kinda fucked that everyone slept through the night because apparently nightlife isn't a thing in Equestria, even though it clearly is later on in this episode. Anyways, Moonbutt got jealous and evil and became Princess Lunatic, who wanted to take over the world and make it night forever, but her older sister went nah and banished her to the moon with her Infinity Stones forever. Except not, we'll get to that. Anyways, Twiggle Spriggles here is reading all this, and it sounds familiar to her, so she goes to her rich kid library to see what else she can learn. On the way, she meets other ponies who try to get her to come to a party with them, but she's like, nah fam, sorry, books come first. And the unicorns are like, wow, look at this introverted ass bitch, she never hangs out with anyone because she loves books too much. And Twiggles busts open the door Shrek 1 style, again, and almost gives her baby dragon Spike a concussion and ruins his present for the pony whose party those unicorns were going to, but Twiggles is like, shut up, this is way more important. She silently looks for a book, and Spike finds it without even being told which one she's looking for somehow. Twilight almost gives him another concussion and gets reading. The book has this prophecy that on the 1000th year of the longest day, evil moon ass will break free of her banishment because of how the stars are aligned or some shit, and that happens to be like 2 days away. So Twilight's like, oh shit, we gotta tell Sunbud, aka Princess Celery Stick, who happens to also be her teacher. So she gets Spike to write her a letter and send it with his ultra super burping powers while almost giving him a third concussion. Spike gets so mistreated in this part, and it's the first time that we're ever introduced to him. Twilight might be the worst parent/pet owner ever. Like, how is she not charged for this shit? Does Celestia know this is how she treats her baby dragon? I don't know. Even though he's like, she's probably busy preparing for the summer sussy, saucy shindig because she controls the sun and all that, but Twilight doesn't care. She's like, send it, bitch! So he sends it, and within seconds, Princess Selena Gomez is like, listen, Twiggy, I trust you and all, but you're losing it, and for that you are going to Brazil. I mean Ponyville. To touch grass and make friends. Get out of the house and stop reading so many old books. And Twilight is not happy about this because she's a massive introvert and just wants to read, but also she's convinced that the world is gonna end in a few days and she's not being taken seriously. Instead, she's tasked with checking in on things for the Super Slippy Sun party on her way to her government-assigned accommodation, which is a library. This is what I don't get. Celestia says she reads too many books, so she sent her to live in a library. I get that Twilight still needs her books and all, but that's just a little bit funny. Could you imagine how this series could have gone if Twilight just got to the library in Ponyville and never left it? And then again, I'm sure she wanted to, but the other ponies didn't leave her alone, so maybe Celestia just knew how smothering and unhinged they were. I don't know. Anyway, Speck of Dust here is like, come on Twilight, you should at least try and make friends. So when a pink gump comes up here, she's like, fine, whatever, hi. And then the pink horse turns into a floating vacuum and leaves. Which leaves Twilight purple and perplexed. But she's like, whatever, we need to check the preparations anyways, fuck this. So somehow she travels way out of town first to an apple farm to check on the food for the celebration, which we never even see come to fruition later unless the party was meant to be at Twilight's new house she hasn't even gotten to yet. And meets Apple Cracker and her whole ass extended family of apple horses who don't let her leave and force feed her loads of pies. Eventually she comes out of the farm all bloated and shit to check on the weather, and it's all cloudy and shit, which is supposed to be a job for Bimbo Dash here, who's been neglecting her duties to smash ponies into muddy puddles, give them blowjobs, and fantasize about getting into the Air Force. So Twilight humors her for a minute, and she's like, nah, they would never accept a pony who can't clear a few measly clouds, which gets Dash to be like, oh, fuck you, just watch me. So she does it in 10 seconds flat, and leaves Twinkletoes with her mouth gaping open as she fucks off going, hey, yeah, let's hang out sometime. So they carry on to the town hall with the frizzy-ass main do, and the decorations are at least looking good here. Spike gets a weird crush on the marshmallow unicorn doing the room up, and she almost gets a heart attack looking at Twister's candy floss looking ass hair. So she drops what she's doing to stuff her into a tiny corset where Twilight tries to explain that she came from a rich kid city called Canterlot. Miss Austerity gets really excited and wants to be friendly with someone from a big dog city like that because she'd love to live there herself and stuff for the fashion and big rich dicks, etc. Before Rarity comes back, Twilight's like, Mom, we gotta leave now before she comes back and puts me in any more of her kink gear. Let's go. They find this buttery yellow pony leading a choir of birds, even though pony musicians literally exist. I don't know, maybe they're on a budget. I doubt they're paying birds for this shit. Twilight scares the birds away by shouting suddenly, and now Butterfly can't speak. She tries to introduce herself, but it comes out as a mumble, and then whatever the fuck this is. But Twiggles is like, hey, well, you know, I'm down with little to no conversation anyways because I'm in a rush to get home, so fuck this, Spike, we can go now. Maybe I can speedrun this shit after all. Until Fluttershy sees the baby talking dragon and suddenly gains speaking powers because she just likes animals way more than people. Twilight carries Spike home while he gives his entire life story to Fluttershy until they get to the library house, and then Twilight kicks Lullaby out, using Spike as an excuse like, oh yeah, look, he needs his diaper change right now. Alright, yeah, see ya. They get into the dark house where Tuesday's like, whoa, fuck the ponies in this town, they're all insane, I'm glad that's over. But then the lights turn on and then the whole ass insane town are in the library somehow. Don't ask me how they got the keys because I don't fucking know. And if it's a public library, I don't know what Celestia was thinking sending Twilight to live there because that's how you get your shit robbed. The pink vacuum from earlier comes up and introduces herself saying, hey, remember me? I'm the pink Kirby pony you met earlier. I saw your face and had a stroke because I've never seen your ass here before. But I know everyone, so I decided to throw you a party and I happen to know where you live now, so surprise, motherfucker, you have friends now. Twilight downs a glass of hot sauce and bolts upstairs at yet another mention of the F word, and tries to sleep and not thinking about how the world might be ending because of Moonface and her magic stars. But it's like 4 AM now and they're all still down there having a party in her house and Twilight doesn't know how to kick them out, so she just calls them a bunch of weirdos again. Until Spike is like, hey, come on, the celebration is gonna start, we gotta go. They cut to the town hall where Princess Celibacy is meant to raise the sun, but no, she's mysteriously disappeared, and instead there's this spooky blue mist which turns out to be none other than Black Snooty, as the pink one calls her.
Black Snooty! Black Snooty!
Which sounds incredibly racist. No one recognizes Lunatic Face, other than Twilight, who loudly explains who she is. And Pokus Face is like, yeah, that's right, bitch, no more sun for you, it's gonna be nighttime forever now.
And everyone died! The end.
Just kidding. To be continued. I give this episode 8 rainbow dries out of 7 pink vacuums.